You know what's crazy is no one really ever prepares you. Look at that, my little speech impediment coming in. Nobody really prepares you for this this thing called life, right? And shit, it's a roller coaster. It's like one day you're doing good, and you get your mind right, and you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then a week later you're just back to your square one again, and just like, what the heck? Um, I'm gonna start doing the podcast again. I did about 6 episodes the first time around, and I kind of wasn't ready. I just went for it, and I I want to start doing the podcast again. Um, I got a lot of things to talk about. I still want to focus on mental health for the most part. I want to at least have a message every podcast episode, about it, because it's just not out there. Like it's out there, but like, do we really see us talking about it? Like more men should be just talking about it, and it's hard. Just making this video alone, it's just hard, right? It's 5:30 in the morning. I can't sleep. Um, this is normal. I could barely sleep any day really. Um, life is life. It's no better way to put it, right? You grow up. Growing up, ideally, people just go, "Hey, you could be in whatever you want. Go chase your dreams." For the most part, life is like that, right? Just I didn't really have that type of support in my life. Um, my father, rest in peace. He was everywhere, but nowhere at the same time. And my mother was present physically, but mentally she was just trying to cope with all the bullcrap that my dad put her through in life and being a single mother. So looking back at it now, I can't blame her. I'm a father, and I'm not saying I'm not a single father, but I'm a father that's single, and I have to figure things out my own sometimes, and and then I have their mother's help, but like to thinking about it and just realizing my mother did this on her own. So I can't blame her for just like finding an escape, and her escape was church, and she was there just 5 days out of the week, more if she could. But I don't think she realized that in the process of like just finding a little bit of inner peace, she basically abandoned me mentally. She was there, she always was present, but like she was not there, right? And it's hard to explain that to her. She's in her 60s. She thinks I'm coming at her. Thinks I'm making her making her seem like a bad mother and all that stuff. And those are conversations that I'm hoping that I could keep having with her slowly, so she could have a better understanding of what happened to me. Because when I try to talk to her about my mental health issues, it's really her answer is really just go to church. You need Jesus. That's not depression. That's demons. You know what I mean? And who knows what it? Who knows if she's right, right? But it's not what you want to hear. And then I go to counseling, and the last time I was in counseling, the lady was able to just like dig so deep in my fucking freaking brain that I was sobbing like a kid, right? And I didn't like it. It felt good, but I just didn't like it. I didn't like breaking down to anyone, and that's something I gotta get used to, not fearing this life, I guess. Um, and then last summer half my face paralyzed. Um, Still recovering from that, and it's been a rough few years, but I'm just over. I'm over it. I'm just over the whole thinking about it. I'm over just like, why can't I just level up? You know, I can't find the answer to that. And I'm 31 years old, got two kids. I'm not financially stable, not where I want to be in career wise. My weight fluctuates. You know, having a little bit of health problems here and there, and I feel like if I don't make a change, it's over, right? Like if I don't make a change right now, that's what I feel like. I'm gonna fall back into that abyss that I've been climbing out of my whole life, but like I'm gonna fall down so deep. That's my fear, at least, that I might not come back out of it, right? And I want something new. I risk my life every day for the job that I do, and I don't feel rewarded for it. And I'm not doing it for reward, like But everybody needs some money, and I don't feel like I'm being compensated enough. And when I plead my case, they make me feel stupid for thinking I deserve more, and like it's tough, Part of me wants to be my own boss, but I have no like other skills. Um, I made some dumb mistakes in my life. I didn't pursue. I pursued music in my teens, right? And if I would have stuck to it, who knows where I would have been. But I made some mistakes, and I fumbled the bag, like they say, and here I am. But I want to just want change, man. And it starts with me, obviously. The weight thing. I did it once. I could do it again. I mean, I've lost about 30 pounds, but not the healthy way. Just stress, barely eating. Um, so it's just like I got to do some things for myself, and I got to focus on me, right? But I also want to get the ball rolling, and I started the podcast 2 years ago, and I had a good momentum. At least myself, for myself. I know the views weren't up there, and the following wasn't up there, but I got 6 episodes out, about 6 episodes. It felt good, but I ran out of like ideas, and I just gotta be real. Like I always just wanted to be real. Like I love like the Joe Rogan stuff. He's real about it, right? And a lot of these major podcasts are just being themselves, and I just gotta be a little real. Get comfortable with just talking to the camera or to the microphone, I should say. But that's why I hit play today. I just wanted to record. I hit record, right, just to see how much I could really talk. And I don't know. I don't really talk, man. And when I do, I feel like I'm talking too much. So like when I get in my head, I'm like, yo, stop talking. You're talking too much, right? So um, here we are. Here I am. I'm just say, this is day one. I might keep doing these things. Get it out. Might not post it. I don't know if everybody cares, and I don't care if anybody cares. It's who knows. Um, I definitely want to work on the podcast again. I just want to say, man, there's a lot of guys out there that are in the same position as me, just feeling stuck, not feeling like you're a good enough father, and I don't know, but I don't know what life has in store for me or anyone really. Just keep going, bro. Just keep trying. Eventually, you throw enough darts at the dartboard, you're gonna hit the bullseye, right? So just keep doing it. A lot of guys out here didn't have fathers, and we're not fathers. We're now fathers, and we can't give up. At one point, our fathers gave up, and chose to abandon us. And we can't do that to these kids. Can't do that to their mothers. No matter how much we don't like their mothers, at the end of the day, we need to show our children that we're better than what, that we're better than whatever brought us to the place that we're at right now. Because how can we expect them to do better if we can't do better? So, look at me. I have still struggling with half my face. Sometimes it's stiffer. Some days I can't even move it. So you know what I mean. So it's a work in progress. There's always something that's gonna be hanging over your head. Just go for it. Just do you, man. And I know I say guys, because I'm mainly talking from a guy's point of view, right? A father's point of view, but we all go through the mental health, men and women, or whatever you identify as. Just gotta figure this out. I feel like we don't help each other. We don't help each other. We see a bunch. You see, like, for example, you look at the Mexicans, man. Like, for the most part, these people are living. And I know a bunch of families, they're living in like 15 plus house, like in a house. And they all level up together. And then one of them moves out, another one takes the place. And it's just a revolving door of just, helping each other out until they're good enough to leave, do it again. And that's how they, get this ball rolling. And not just the Mexican community, but, there's a bunch of communities that do that. But, like, I don't know, man. It's like the more the generations get watered down here in the United States, we kind of like isolate each other and forget about that community, and we gotta do better. Like I said, I might not even post this. I'm just venting to myself, but I'm definitely gonna start working on this podcast. I'm not aiming to make that my main source of revenue, but if it picks up, it picks up, right? Just like with music, I make music just to get it out, get my feelings out, and if it picks up any type of traction, it picks up any type of traction. Like I made like $7 since January off my music. That's $7 more than I had in my pocket. That's what I gotta tell myself, right? I see these musicians flaunting and all that stuff, and I'm like, $7 more than I had in January. So, gotta find that inner peace, and I don't have that right now, and I want it. I need it, because I damn sure am not gonna go back to that hole that I climbed out of. Yeah. Peace.